My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Oh my goodness! The left is melting down about the Sydney Sweeney ad, calling it racist, Nazi propaganda. Is it? Or are they just mad because she's not a fat pig? Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom, because truth conquers. Now, the untruth is trying to conquer an American Eagle ad featuring actress Sydney Sweeney, who, by objective standards, she's a beautiful person. And the premise of the ad, as you can see here, American Eagle, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And in this video, we'll see the leftists melting down what they're saying. And I'll leave the question to you. Are they mad because this is actually racism, or because, like, she's hot and they don't like that? Because they're not.
It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting.
Speaking of leftists, here's the mainstream talking point that everybody is supposed to obedient fall in line with. MSNBC says Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift toward whiteness. It's because she's white? So before we see some leftists in action melting down, which is always amusing, why are they saying it's racist? Well, they like to call things racist. Whether they are or aren't doesn't matter to them. And it's a funny thing, if you are looking for something, you will find it if you're committed to finding it. That doesn't mean it's there, but it means you'll think you found it. So their whole, this is Nazi propaganda, you better see it or else you're one of them. Their whole premise of how that's true, according to their scientific perspective, is the tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Now, this is a gene company, and she's wearing jeans. I don't know if they're great or not, but the company certainly thinks so. And it's kind of a double play on words because, okay, she's wearing jeans and also she's a beautiful person. So they're suggesting, well, that's like genetically she's predisposed to being beautiful. So American Eagle's like, kind of, we're dull. She's a beautiful person, obviously has great genes with a G. And hell, she has our genes on. She has great genes with a J. And the leftists are saying, well, how dare you imply she has great genetics, because guess what? She is white and she has blue eyes. Therefore, you acknowledging her genetic disposition to being objectively beautiful, that's you saying that only white, blue-eyed people are beautiful. That's what you're saying? Well, that's what they're saying. And they're melting down about it because for several years, the woke left has gotten their way in advertising. Here you can see a Calvin Klein advertisement that didn't do anything positive for their bottom line. They went the opposite of Sydney Sweeney. They had, I guess, probably men who are fat pigs, one with a beard, dressed kind of like a woman, definitely wearing a sports bra. They're kind of mad that they're not getting their way. And companies are kind of like, we did that for a few years and it didn't help our sales, but it definitely hurt them. And the woke left is like, that's what you should still do. It's no secret in advertising, a beautiful human being will help sell your product. But of course, they want to make it about race. Here's one leftist having a meltdown.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle, for they're racist. They're racist online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle.
So they're actually not talking about white people. They're talking about genes and beauty. They're not saying like beauty is an exclusively white people thing. No, this is an example of an unbeautiful white person. The lady you see in front of them. But she says they're talking about white people. Got it. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, if you're trying to lose fat and get leaner and or build muscle, this one's for you. So if you're like me, where you're lifting weights, you're getting your cardio in, you're eating clean, you're counting your macros, but you're still not seeing the fitness results you want, the reason why might surprise you. It most likely has to do with what's called your metabolic flexibility. I've been using the Lumen for the past few weeks to better understand how the food I eat fits into the bigger picture of how my body shifts from burning carbs or fat for energy. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. With just one breath in the morning, it can measure your metabolism. It lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs for energy and gives you tailored recommendations for your nutrition, your workouts, your stress management, and sleep. Let me show you how quick and easy it is.
Inhale deeply through your lumen. Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
So it lets me know right now, based on the current state of my metabolism, I'm burning mostly fat, 65% fat, 35% burning carbs for energy. And it lets me know based on my current metabolism and my health and fitness goals, today is a low carb day, aiming for 210 grams of carbohydrates, 175 grams of protein, and 135 grams of fat. That's what my body currently needs to function at its best. How else am I going to know that? If I scroll down, it even gives me very specific recommendations on breakfast options, lunch options, snack options, dinner options that are based on my body's current metabolic needs. Take the frustration out of doing the wrong thing and guessing and start tuning into your body with Lumen. Go to the link below or go to lumen.com/JPReacts. And at that link, you get 15% off your Lumen. That's lumen.com/JPReacts. Your metabolism will thank you for it. Now back to the video.
Boycott the shit out of them. Boycott American Eagle. Do not buy them. And cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American Eagle.
You know it's Nazi propaganda if you can't see the Nazi propaganda. Does that mean everything's Nazi propaganda? Yeah. Now let's see what this fat pig has to say.
So really shocking. Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
And it couldn't possibly be because she has good genes. Couldn't be the reason why. Is she a movie star based on her intellect? Probably not. She's a movie star based on her genetic predisposition to look pretty good. Now let's see what this idiot has to say.
The white supremacist Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad triggered me in multiple ways. And from
now, if you feel triggered, that's how you know you are correct and how you're thinking about things.
I'm not going to get into in this video why it triggered me personally so much. If you want me to explain that, I can make a separate video.
Shut up. I definitely don't want you to. Now, some on the internet are, from the leftist perspective, mistakenly using logic to point out some flaws in this accusation of Sydney Sweeney, an American Eagle, being racist. As they point out, you'll see Beyonce above in a Levi's jeans ad, Sydney Sweeney below in an American Eagle jeans ad. It's kind of saying like, hey, they like to use beautiful people, not really attached to the color. It's not meant to be racist statements. And if you say they are, then is the top one also racist with Beyonce? Actually, if you want to talk about Beyonce, who's she married to and who's that guy's close friend? Diddy? I don't know, but we won't talk about that. Now on the other side, that might be the side of common sense or the side of, I guess, Nazi propaganda, depending on how you see it. Here's what CJ Pearson has to say.
Yo, liberal women aren't mad at Sydney Sweeney for setting women back. Liberal women are mad at Sydney Sweeney because she's young, hot, white, and blonde. Because if they were really concerned about what setting women back in this country actually means, they would have been mad when Dylan Mulvaney was given a brand deal from a tampon company despite not even having a vagina. Like, where the hell did he even put it? Actually, I don't even want to know the answer to that, because some of y'all might send me a diagram and ruin my day, but I just had to clock it.
Now, knowing that what liberals want is something that will absolutely destroy a business if the business toes the line, here you see the Calvin Klein ad once again. That's what they want. They want the opposite of beauty. They want the opposite of health. Just like ugly diversity. Let's just do ugly heart disease diversity. That's what they want. And given that that's seemingly so obvious, the internet's having some fun with it. Here's the Babylon Bee. Federal judge orders Sydney Sweeney to gain 100 pounds and get one of those butch haircuts. And let's not forget a recent example of Jaguar doing a complete woke rebrand in their advertising. Are they using beautiful people? No, they're using very confused, creepy looking people. Here you see a shot of their rebrand that has reduced their sales in Europe by 98%. Just so you know, mathematically, if their sales are reduced 100%, that means they're selling 0 cars. A 98% reduction in sales that correlates very high with this woke rebrand that the left is just cheering for and in fact getting rageful when they don't have it. That's what happens. But a company named Ulta Beauty said, hey, we're willing to toe the woke line. We will get away from beauty. And instead of having a lovely looking lady advertise our women's products, we'll give the job to a man for women's empowerment because he's dressed like a woman and tries to act like a woman and has zero resemblance of a woman.
Genius Hair is now at Ulta, and I'm here to see the display for the first time, you guys. Hi, honey. What's your name? Paulina. Nice to meet you, Paulina. Nice to meet you. What's your name, honey? Nice to meet you.
You took the Dylan Mulvaney acting lessons.
I'm going to see what Genius Hair looks like at Ulta for the first time. It's going to be Ulta fun. Okay, let's see it.
He seems so genuine, doesn't he? Very authentic.
Who's that? She's so pretty. I got highlights since then.
He just misgendered himself, and I feel triggered by that. Riley Gaines points something out. Only one of these is considered a beautiful woman by liberals, and it's not Sydney Sweeney. The ugly man on the left, Rachel Levine, is considered the beautiful woman by the left. And that Babylon Bee comes in once again. American Eagle apologize, replaces Sydney Sweeney with fat transgender double amputee of color. So, is the American Eagle ad featuring Sydney Sweeney simply meant to sell products based on beauty and sex appeal, or is it trying to sell products based on racism and Nazi propaganda? Let me know your thoughts. I'll look forward to hearing them in the comments section, and I'll see you in our next video. But until then, stay free.